Good afternoon, Spanish 1. We are now going to enter the world of direct object pronouns. This can be found on page 204 of your textbook. Now for the really big question. Does anyone know what is a direct object pronoun? Now, before we get into this in Spanish, let's make sure we take care of the English part. Pronoun we know. A pronoun takes the place of a noun. Now all we got to figure out is what is a direct object. And let me back up a minute. So a direct object pronoun is going to take the place of a direct object. So first digit in your code is a 0. Thought I'd start out with something different. So what is a direct object? A direct object answers the question who or what receives the action of the verb. So let's look at some fairly simple English examples. Bill hit the ball. And then ask yourself, who or what did Bill hit? The ball. Direct object is ball. Okay? We do our homework. Who or what do we do? Homework. Direct object is homework. So that kind of explains the direct object. A couple other things I will tell you. Direct objects are, are not human the majority of the time. For your direct object to be human, it must be a verb that deals with human interaction. Hit, hug, kiss, something of that sort that deals with two humans interacting. So for the most part, direct objects are not human. Okay? Now, the second digit in your code is a 4. So that kind of takes care of what a direct object is. Notice they typically come toward the end of our sentence. Okay? So next step is direct object pronouns. So say you're telling a story. Bill hit the ball. The ball went over the fence. John went to get the ball and threw the ball to Tom. Now, little story, but how many times did we say the ball? 1, 2, 3, 4 times in 2 sentences. So I'm sure you understand in English we could do it better by substituting it for the ball. Bill hit the ball. It went over the fence. John went to get it and threw it to Tom. That condenses things a lot, takes away some of the repetition. So that's why we use direct object pronouns. Okay? So, what are the direct object pronouns in Spanish? They are me, te, lo, la, nos, os, los, and las. Okay, so me is me, te, you, lo, la, him, her, you, or an it. Nos is us, os, y'all. Los and las is them, you all, or we can have an it again. Notice lo and la, los and las, change masculine and feminine. So keep that in mind, and we'll kind of show you that a little bit more later. And if I didn't give it to you yet, the second digit in your code is a 4. Now, where do these go in a sentence? Well, for right now, we're going to make it very simple. They go before conjugated verbs. And I lied. I'm not going to keep it simple. I just can't do that. You know me. They go before conjugated verbs. Number 2 is they attach to infinitives. And then number 3, if you have a conjugated verb working with an infinitive, you choose rule 1 or 2. Okay, so now let's show some examples. This is kind of the only thing left. And I realize this may be a little confusing. It's something we are going to spend a pretty good amount of time on. I will kind of try and take things slow so we can work through these. So let's say Mom buys a blouse. It is pink. So, mi madre compra una blusa. Now, my mom buys a blouse. Who or what did she buy? She bought a blouse. So, and this is a number 1 example. This is before a conjugated verb. It is pink. It is replacing blouse. Okay? So if we scroll back up here just a tad, and we are looking right here, okay, it's singular, so it's going to be on the left side. Is it human? No, so we're going to use lo or la. How do we decide lo or la? Well, is blusa masculine or feminine? It's feminine, so we're going to say la es rosa. It is pink. La es rosa. All right. Let's look at rule number 2. My brother is, my brother is, I'm writing Spanish when I should be writing English, is in the library. He goes, now this isn't going to work. My brother is in the library. Let me change this up a little bit. My brother is studying English. He goes to the library in order to study it. So, my brother is studying English. Mi hermano estudia inglés. Él va a la biblioteca para estudiar. Now, para estudiar, to study it. It is referring back to English. Who or what is he studying? English. So, in order to study it, English is el inglés. So it is masculine. It's not human and it's singular. That puts me third person, estudiar lo. Because I have an infinitive working by itself. It's not with another verb. That's rule 2. And then third digit in your code is a 1. Let's look at rule 3, and we're barely going to have enough time for this. Tell you what, let's do this in class. You've got an idea. Like I said, it's going to take a decent amount of practice still, but we'll end it here. Enjoy the rest of your evening. We'll see you tomorrow. The last digit in your code is a 5.